How long, O Lord, will you forget us forever? How long will you hide your face from us? How long must we bear pain in our souls and have sorrow in our hearts all day long? How long, O Lord, will our enemy be exalted over us? Silver Lake Church, this has been a hard week. And it's been a week where, hopefully like me, you've been asking that question. How long, O Lord? Where are you? This is, there's that word again, unprecedented time in Minnesota's history. We as a state and as a city have become the epicenter of an international crisis. And that crisis is anarchy right now. What started as peaceful protests over the unjust death of George Floyd has now become co-opted by individuals who have turned it into their use for their own agenda, for chaos and destruction. And as your pastor, I'm here today to, first of all, acknowledge the difference between what started on Monday and what we are now seeing today on Saturday. As a church, we are called to be the church in times where we don't know where to go next. As your pastor, I've been reeling, as Mayor Frey has used that term. I too have been reeling, wondering what to do next. But there is something that I do know, is that, as the peaceful protesters understand as well, when we come together into community with one another, it's out of that community that change can happen, that a difference can be made, and that we can find the strength to carry on beyond just crying out, how long, O Lord? So I will offer more of my statements tomorrow in our worship, but I am here today to not only tell you that I am with you, that I feel the pain that many of you are feeling as Minnesotans, as residents of this state, but also as followers of Christ, who we've not only witnessed an injustice done to a man who did not deserve to die the way he died, for the institutionalized racism that still runs rampant, not just in this state, but all over the country. But also now, for the chaos that we are witnessing exploding around our state. I feel that hurt with you. But I also know that we do follow a God who is here to show us the way forward. Should we take the time to cry out, to lament, to be in prayer, and then to act together as a church. I know because of COVID-19, most of us are still isolated in our homes, but that doesn't mean we are not the church still. We are oh so much the church, ever more so now, and we are called to be the church. So please join me in worship tomorrow. I have erased everything that I had on board for a pre-recorded Sunday service, and will be redoing it. That will hopefully address not only how we are all feeling in the complexity and the ambiguity and the hurt, but that also can give us an in to remembering what Monday was all about in the first place, and what the peaceful protests were about in the first place, which is about justice. justice and peace and mercy, it all goes hand in hand. And then afterwards, I'm going to invite you, please, if you can't watch the worship video, I am going to be offering that Zoom fellowship time, but instead it's going to be a vigil time. We can talk, we can share, we can lament in community. So I really hope to see you on that Zoom fellowship hour from 11 to noon. And then in the midst of all of this, because life still continues, we do have a beloved member of our community who is actively living while she is dying. And she wants nothing more than to offer a hug and be hugged in return. And so tomorrow, from noon to 4 p.m., if you can, please revisit the Sign Up Genius email that Carrie Callahan and Lisa sent out to us to sign up for a time to do a drive-by hugging for Elaine Lapointe. To remember that even in the midst of all of this chaos and even in the face of death, we are called to offer life. That is our job as followers of Christ. It is our mandate. And boy, couldn't we all use a hug right now? So please revisit that email. I will have Lisa send another link to that Sign Up Genius in this email as well. And then also the Zoom link for our fellowship vigil time tomorrow at 11 together. We will weep, we will ask deep questions, we will be in silence, we will be together. And we will ground ourselves in hope and justice and life and mercy. I give thanks for every single one of you, and I am honored to continue to be the church with you at this time in this place. Stay safe, Silver Lake. Stay in hope. Stay in peace with justice.